Yeah, I'm back. So, accommodation of differences. A democratic government is run by the party or a coalition of parties that gets the mandate of the people in terms of majority of seats or votes. What happens to the minority then? Can they be ignored or neglected? No. In a democracy, every group, however small it may be, must be allowed to voice its opinion. Tolerance and inclusiveness are important features of democracy. Even if the abuse, even if the shout, you have to listen. Listening is a very great art. If you listen, you will be able to understand. If you don't understand, you won't be able to think. Okay. Now, what is accommodation of social diversity democracy? Accommodation of social actually diversity democracy tries to help its citizens to lead a peaceful, harmonious life by accommodating various social divisions. I'm giving you one example. Belgium and India. Democratic governments try to resolve differences, respect differences, and try to which can democracy which can democracy a social difference, divisions, and reduce conflicts. Non-democratic regimes can ignore or suppress internal and social differences. Precaution is needed to see that majority always works with the minority and does not try to dominate it. Now, Sri Lanka, as an example, it has the ability to handle majority groups participate in decision making. It doesn't mean the rule of the majority community, a religious, racial, or linguistic group. Rule means different people. Different different people. No one majority group on the basis of birth. Every citizen should have a chance to be in the majority at some time. Okay, like someone loses and someone will be there. Someone is first, someone is second. This time I didn't get a chance, that time I will get a chance. Now, suppose first we have to understand what is democracy. It is not simple rule by majority opinion or majority always needs to work with the minority, so the government functions to represent the general view. Majority and minority opinions are not permanent. It is also necessary that the rule by majority does not become rule by majority community in terms of religious, erase all linguistic groups by the majority. Means that in case of every decision or in case of every election, different persons and groups from a form of majority democracy remains democracy only as long as every citizen has a chance of being in the majority. It's not about any group of religion that they are, because there are so many Hindus, so there will be Hindu, so many Muslims, so there will be so many Muslims, so many Christians, so there will be a Muslim government or a Christian government or a Hindu government. Not like that. There's got nothing to do with this. Okay, so this is what it makes the accommodation of differences. We must accept the differences of our life in community as well as in politics as well for the country. Let us suppose the majority government, after coming to power, decides, okay, suddenly the majority of the government, the majority party decides to keep the leaders of the opposition under arrest in order to keep them away from organizing people against government policies. Not possible. Now, I have made a rule. Opposition party who lost will always say that you are cheating. That is their job. If there is no criticism, there is no fun. There is no game. People will not be able to choose. Suppose you go to a market. Why do you choose? You go to a fruit shop. Normally I am talking about fruit shop. You go to buy apples. You go to buy apples, and there are various type of apples, different places, different breeds, different vegetated. There's some bio apples, there's some green apples, the greenhouse apples. Some has come from Kashmir, they say, and the stamps and all of that. Some has come from abroad, from wherever apples are coming. What do you see? You try to take the best one. Then you go for you first ask the price. You see the 40 rupees kilo one is got little bit spots. The 60 rupees kilo is okay. It's a bit shiny, but again, 80 rupees one is looking good. That may be, you don't know what is inside that apple. But we go on what is the outlook of things. So, who will tell you about the inside part? The shopkeeper. Now he is trying to sell it. But if you observe few customers coming and buying apples, you will come to know which apple is better, because people are buying that same thing. Right? Or if you go on your instinct, you can go and take, at least you came to buy 1 kilo, you will buy 250 grams, you will go home, eat that, and you might come back again. Or you look for that same type of apple in the market. Or which apple is more in the market, you will buy that one. Correct? It's like that. Now suppose an apple becomes bad. You cannot put that, you cannot go and hit that man. You cannot go and fight with him. Why is the apple bad? Why did you give me a bad apple? He also says, how can I get inside the apple and know if it's bad or not? I am selling it, but I don't know what is inside. But as far as I am guaranteed, the apples are good. So in this way, can the majority always put the minority under arrest, saying that you cannot go against my government? No. Can it be called a democratic government? No. It is a clear case of intolerance, which destroys the very foundation of democracy. Just as an intolerant majority can damage the country's democratic structure, so also an intolerant minority can do the same. Unnecessary agitations, burns, violent protests become form of minority intolerance when they cripple the public life and create roadblocks for the implementation of people-friendly programs of the government. Therefore, it is essential in a democracy to respect the freedom of the majority to run the government and the minority's freedom to express its opinion. The latter also gives the minority the freedom to formulate public opinion against the wrong policies of the government. Yes, if anything is going wrong, the minority can show you reason to it. But if you stop them from doing anything, they'll do roadblocks, they'll do ban, remove this government is doing that minister is wrong, this is bad. Hartals will happen, roadblocks will happen, puns will happen. Normal public life, me and your life will get spoiled. School will get off, you will be happy. Roads will be closed, you won't be able to go to school. You are very happy. These are the things which happen. So we must respect each and everyone. Suppose that the government is doing something wrong, the minority group which did not win, they have that point to show that this is something wrong, then people will see it. Tolerance is a virtue which makes for a successful democracy. It is needed among political parties, individuals, communities, religious bodies, and the society at large. All should respect the rights and views of others. Since ancient times, India has been known for its tolerance. It has welcomed different races, faiths, and ideas of people. In India, unity in diversity makes it unique among world nations. We have huge culture, we have huge heritage, what different type of people, different type of religions all about us. So we must tolerate everything. We have the highest toleration ratio. We can tolerate anything. We are tolerating the pandemic, we can tolerate anything, isn't it? This is all about accommodation of differences. In the next class, we will do disciplined citizens and then disciplined political parties. I'll explain. And then we'll do social and economic equality. I had everything ready, but we don't have time. So I'll catch you later in the next class and we'll see to it. And all question answers, my part question answers will be all. I'll not give directly, I'll give you a group of question answers. From there you will find out question answers. It's all there in the book. And the answers which you are given, you have to find it and write it down. Okay? So till then, take care, be home, be safe, be happy, take care of yourselves, and do whatever you want to do after you do your studies. Take care of your parents, respect them. Bye bye. God bless.